Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got another video for you today. This time, we're going to take an inside look at the latest issue of Indie Comics Underground. You may ask yourself, what is Indie Comics Underground? Well, that's an excellent question. Indie Comics Underground is my free online zine dedicated to indie and crowdfunded comics. Every issue is packed with interviews, previews, art, articles, all kinds of cool stuff to get you completely caught up and ready to go on the newest indie books that are either being crowdfunded or being published by small publishers, all that good stuff. So you're also going to get an artist spotlight. But before without me telling you about all the stuff that's in it, why don't we just get into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this right here is the latest issue. This was the issue that just came out a couple of weeks ago. Anyone who was a subscriber who went to indiecomics.underground.com and subscribed got access to this issue before the rest of the internet. So before it gets posted on indiecomics.underground.com for everyone to read, like all the back issues are, subscribers get this sent directly to their email. So this is another huge issue. This one you can see is 79 pages long. They have just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger as I keep doing them. But I think I'm going to kind of cap it here because if I go much bigger than this, people aren't going to be able to read the darn thing. So anyway, start off with just an inside look at the cover right here. What this cover is, this cover was drawn by me. If you're curious about the process of how I did it, I drew it with traditional pencil and then I inked it traditionally. And then I colored it using Clip Studio Paint on the very laptop that I am recording this video on. So you may be wondering, who the heck are these guys? Well, you'll find out more about them in the future for sure. If you follow me on Instagram and you follow me on Twitter at jam_creates, you may have seen me posting some artwork lately, including before this came out, you would have seen me posting artwork, working on these designs. This is for something that's coming up, so just keep your eyes peeled on this. So anyway, this is the table of contents here in this issue, everything that's in here. So let's just get through it real quick. The Welcome to the Underground. I write this all the time. I'm going to take just a second here to mention something I mentioned in the article. We are closing out our first year of publication. I cannot believe I've been doing the zine for a year now. And technically we hit our anniversary already, but next issue is going to be our anniversary issue. I'm not sure if it's going to be much different than a regular issue, but I'll see maybe if I can figure out some special stuff. We'll see what happens. I never know how they're going to go from one to the next, quite frankly. And I also just want to take a second here to thank Mars J Ultra, who has been contributing Transmissions from Mars. That's his column that has been in, I think, every issue of the zine for the entire first year. He has been with me from the beginning on this. He's been a fan, he's been following my channel forever. He's a fellow creator and he needs to now spend some more time to focus on his creations. So he asked if it was okay if he did that. And I said, of course, dude, and let me know what you're working on. Stay in touch because I want to let people know what you're working on. So anyway, then we have excuse me. We have the first feature here is the 8th, an interview with Adam Lawson, who's the creator, and you can see this thing. It's an interview. He talks to us all about the story and everything. Great artwork in this book, really in-depth interview, nicely done. We get a little peek at his next campaign, the Kill Journal, which maybe we will or maybe we won't have something about that in the next issue. And then, of course, links. This is the one thing I always make sure to do. Links for everything. Links. This way, because it's a online zine, we should have links, man. So anyway, then we've got a Grayscale. We've got an interview with Michael Derrick about Grayscale, which is his project here. It's a superhero book. And again, you can see cool art, nice in-depth story, and of course, links. Then we've got, hey, look at this. Commercial break. We've got the store, the Indie Comics Underground Jam Creates store. And yes, that is a link that works where it says visit the shop now. And you can get t-shirts, you can get stickers, you can get a mug. I've got both Smiley Bones and Indie Comics Underground merch. The mug actually has both on it. It has Smiley Bones on one side and the ICU logo on the other side. Um, if you want to help support the channel, this is a great way to do it. Because I am not a big enough channel to be monetized. My videos are not monetized. And, I'm not a big enough channel to do live streams and get super chats. You need 1,000 subs for that. And we're doing good, but we're not there yet. So absolutely, we're trucking along trying to get monetized at some point. But this is a great way to support the channel and help me out, and also help make sure that we continue to make videos and that we continue to make new issues. When I say we, I'm basically saying that in the royal form, because it's pretty much just me who puts the magazine together. But anyway, then we've got an interview with Russ Leach about Only Death Can Save Us. This book is still crowdfunding right now, although I think it's coming to an end soon. And this book looks amazing. I mean, you look at his art, it's absolutely fantastic. Funny thing happens sometimes when I'm putting these together. For example, this picture here is black and white. Now he's got a color version of that on the campaign page, but we get a lot of in-depth answers. He gave some wonderful, wonderful answers, and really, just some really good stuff. Talked about his history in comics and other things that he's worked on. And it really gives you a good feel for who he is and what the campaign's about and what the book's about. Really good stuff. And of course, links. Then we've got the interview with Clint Stoker. You may know Clint Stoker as Sweetcast. He has his YouTube channel, Sweetcast. This is his third crowdfunded book now. He did Downcast 1 and 2, and now this is Fatal with him and Charlie Snogans. We got a nice interview with Clint where he talks all about the book. He talks about Charlie's artwork and also about his other campaigns, and about how Downcast being published with Alterna now after the crowdfunding. And just, the art alone should be enough to sell you on this book. This book looks amazing. And then, of course, links. Then I have an artist spotlight. This is something that I started a few issues back, and we've had a few of them now. And this one is about Ebi Canales, who you may know as the artist of your boy Zach's Iron Sights 1 and 2. He's done a bunch of other books. He's done S.O.S. Volume 1. He's doing S.O.S. Volume 2. He's doing More Lethal. Dude's working all the time. So we've got a whole interview with him. We talk about his history in comics. We talk about what he uses, his tools, traditional, digital, everything. And we've got great samples of his artwork. His influences. We talk about his history being a part of the whole crowdfunding and everything that came about because of that, and just advice as well. And then, of course, link to his Twitter, which you never know if he's blocked or not on Twitter. Not blocked, but suspended. And then we've got a great interview with Michael Bancroft, who's another guy with a YouTube channel for the Lucent. This is another book with fantastic artwork. And really, really, nice interview. Like Michael, I really appreciate when people give me like deep, in-depth answers, when you can tell they really took their time to answer these questions, and there's a lot of stuff about the book, about the campaign, and even the stuff about his YouTube channel, and, the future of it. Look at that. It's great artwork. Like, look at that. Look at this. So anyway, and then, of course, links to everything. And then, oh, what's this? Interesting. Tail Kickers coming soon. And then we move on to Gray Matter, which is another really cool looking book. It's a cyberpunk action adventure book. And we got an interview with Eric Bittmanis, who's the creator of this one. We got some cool artwork. We've got a lot of really nice, in-depth answers, again, links to the campaign and everything. And then we have a special feature in this issue. Tanpa's 10. If you don't know who Tanpa 2 is, Tanpa is an amazing guy. A person, I should say. Tampa is always tweeting all day long, every day, indie books, crowdfunded books, just putting them out there. And honestly, he's just such a great resource, if nothing else, for you to help you find out about what's being worked on and what's coming out and what's in the pipeline and everything. Just a great dude who's just constantly putting stuff out there. And what was really cool is he gave us his top 10 in no particular order his top 10 most anticipated crowdfunded comics, because that's what he focuses on, is solely on crowdfunded books. If you hear my dog barking in the background, it happens. So then he goes through his whole thing, and he gives us his little like short reason for why he's looking forward to each one. So you can go through the whole list and you can read what his reasons are. And then we've got an interview with Chimera about S.O.S. Volume 2. If you guys have been watching the channel, I've reviewed S.O.S. Volume 1, and I've reviewed the spinoff S.O.S. Onslaught, and I have enjoyed the heck out of both those books. So then we get a nice, great interview. We get to look at some some in-depth answers. We get to look at some of the artwork, and we get ready to go, tweets, and then tweets, and then links. And then we have part 2, chapter 2 of The Touch, which is our exclusive Indie Comics Underground's exclusive comic series, which will be coming to an end in the next issue. It was in the previous issue. It was in issue 7 is when it started. This is chapter 2 here in issue 8, and in issue 9 will be the conclusion. So you'll see how this whole thing turns out. This was done by me, written and drawn by me. If you missed out on the story on this, it was a story I made for a contest entry that I did not finish in time for the deadline for the contest, because it was the first time I tried to do something completely from start to finish like this. And I think my eyes were a little bit bigger than my stomach, I guess you could say. But anyway, I think it turned out pretty good, and you guys can keep reading it here and then see what happens. Link to the just link to the website, reminding you to subscribe and go back and read all the old issues. Then we've got The Last Goodbye, an interview with Richard Embry, who's the creator of this one. He gives us some nice detailed answers about what the story is, what it's about, the inspirations behind it, how the team came together, his history in comics and everything else. Really good stuff. And then we have, as I mentioned, Mars J Ultra, his final regular transmissions from Mars. I have a feeling in the future he might write another one at some point or another, but I'm not going to hold him to try to do one for every issue. I get it. He's busy. So he's got this, great article about facing your fears as a creator. Really good stuff. And there's a little astronaut who I will be sad to see go, because I drew that specifically to accompany all of Mars's articles, because he's a cool dude and I wanted to have a cool little bit of artwork to go along with it. So I'm going to miss putting him in the book. So Mars, in the future, write me another one at some point. You don't have to do it every issue, but if you feel like writing one someday, you want to knock one out, feel free to shoot it over to me. You know how to reach me. And then I can get my little astronaut guy back in the book. And then we've got the Hype Zone. You guys know all about the Hype Zone if you've been watching my channel. It's one of the features of the magazine that I have brought to the YouTube channel. So it's kind of a crossover thing. I try not to feature the same stuff in both, because, I don't want to double dip on stuff and people feel like, I've been here, done that. So, we've got the Hype Zone, where I generally put 4 different books that are crowdfunding, or some of them are not even crowdfunding yet. So you can check those out. Some of these look amazing, and I absolutely would recommend checking them all out. And I may cover them in the future if the campaigns are still going, in a future Hype Zone video. And then boom, next issue. There you go. Join us for a celebration of the first birthday of Indie Comics Underground. Interviews, previews, artist spotlight, the final chapter of The Touch, and much more. Oh, I can tell you guys, by the way, that the artist spotlight will be Kyung Lee, of Battle Maiden Knucklebomb fame. So I've already got that interview. It's done. It's ready to go. I've got a possible new contributor working on an article. So I'm very excited about that. If you are interested in contributing to the future of this magazine, please, please, please reach out to me. If you are a creator who is working on a book and you want to see it featured, if you're going to have a campaign or it's about to be published by someone, small press, whatever, you're going to self-publish, whatever it is, reach out to me, please. I would be more than happy to have an interview or just a preview or whatever of your book in my zine. I love it. I love when people reach out to me. It's great. It gets me very, very excited. Just because, it's my way to help people. And I think that's awesome. So that was the current issue of Indie Comics Underground. Let me go all the way back. We'll go fast forward. Ready? Watch this. There we are, back at the top. I really wonder what that whole coming soon tail kickers thing could mean. Anyway, all right. So that is the current issue. That is number 8. Be on the lookout for number 9. And don't forget, go to indiecomics.underground.com. You can read that issue. You can read all previous 7 issues are there with all those original covers by some amazing artists. Carla Tornielli, myself. I'm not that I'm calling myself an amazing artist, because that's kind of lame to do that. But you know what I'm getting at. Jonathan Rector, Peter Gilmore, S.K. Bennett. I've got all kinds of cool people who've done covers for me over the year that I've been doing this zine now, and it's just really cool. I'm super excited. If you're an artist out there, and maybe you're not like you're not somebody who thinks like, oh, I'm not good enough to be, to put out a book or something like that, dude. If you want to make a cover, reach out to me. If there's an artist out there who wants to do a cover for an issue, reach out to me, because what happens is if I can't get a cover done, and full transparency, I don't pay for anything that's in the zine. Everything is done for free so that I can give it to you for free. The whole thing is just one big communist wet dream. No, I'm just kidding. It's all but it is. It's all done free. I don't pay anyone because I can't afford to pay anyone. I'm not working at the moment. The whole beer bug cost me my job, so we are doing what we can do. I'm trying to keep things positive. So, go to indiecomics.underground.com. Follow me on Twitter at jam_creates. You can follow me on Instagram at jam_creates, and reach out to me if you're a creator, if you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you want to contribute something to the zine, if you want to write an article for the zine, if you want to get a preview of your book or your campaign in the zine, just reach out to me. I am never worried about it. My DMs are always open, and that's just because I want people to reach out to me. I want contact. You can mention something in the comments below. If you're worried about it, you can, in the comments below, just say, hey, do you mind if I reach out to you? And I'm going to answer back. Go for it. So just trust me. Like, I'm looking forward to communication with anybody. If you're an artist and you might want to do a cover someday, just to maybe help get your name out there. Maybe you're working on a book that's going to come out next year sometime, or you're working on a book that's going to come out 6 months from now or something. Maybe you want to have a cover out there because you've never really done anything else and you don't have a name. You're like me and you're a nobody really. And you want to help kind of build a little bit of a reputation and you want to put your name out there, dude, please. It doesn't even have to be something new. It could be something that you've already drawn, but you haven't, it hasn't been published anywhere. You haven't put it out like to the world per se. I'm down for all that, like for real. So please reach out to me 100%. I'm always looking for people to collab with. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out to me. And I promise I am friendly as I seem on my videos and as nice as I seem on my videos and everything. That really is me. That's why I don't do angry, ranty, too much stuff, because I do get angry sometimes, but we all do. But otherwise, I'm pretty chill. So don't be afraid of me. Trust me. All right, so that's it. Thank you for taking this inside look with me, your editor-in-chief of Indie Comics Underground, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.